Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Elder Apostle Tahar and the other elders and men of great millstone, who's currently and fervently and patiently waiting for the return of our Adawan and power, Yahweh Shai. And this is a quick lesson just on honoring your mother and father. And I try to base these lessons on, or center some of these lessons around my own personal life. And just interactions also with other people that I come in contact with. But I'm gonna start here at Sirach 3:1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter that ye may be safe. For the Adawan have given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Whoso honoreth his father maketh atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer shall be heard. All right, so if you're basically not if you have no respect for your parents, man, and you out here, whether you praying or you doing the work, all right, your prayers won't be really heard. All right, if you have them in your life, all right, you're supposed to reverence and respect them. All right, he that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Adawan shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Adawan will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his masters. Right, and it's the same way if you're on your job. All right, in the same way you would do service on your job, you work to get a paycheck. But it's the same attitude you should have towards dealing with your parents. Willing to help them. They may be old, and they may can't lift certain things, or maybe do certain things around the house like they used to, or whatever the case may be. They may do their laundry or something like that. The Most High looks down on that, and he honors that. He smiles upon that. Verse 8: Honor thy father and thy mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them. For the blessing of the father established the houses of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to her children. My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength. And that's mainly a thing that I want to touch on, because when the mother and the fathers get older, they tend to fail in their understanding. All right, and the understanding that sometimes the mental facilities don't be up to par as they used to be, and you as a younger person have to have patience with that. All right, because we all live in these corruptible bodies, and eventually they do break down. All right, so understanding that you should have long suffering towards them, and have patience towards them. All right, I know that when my grandmother was alive, I would help her with quite a few things around the house. Of course, they teach you, basic stuff like taking out the trash. But if she was trying to lift something, I would never. At least I know when I was a kid, I wouldn't like to let her lift nothing heavy. Just little simple things. Running to the store, those things are a help to your parents or your grandparents. All right, and let me go here. This is another thing too. Let's go. Let's go here. Not sure exactly what. This is Sirach 7:27. Honor thy father and thy mother with thy whole heart, and forget not the sorrows of thy mother. Now, when you go into that word sorrows, it pretty much it touches on if you go into the etymology of that word, it touches on sorrow being vexation or anger. All right, and it says, "Forget not the sorrows of thy mother." All right, because they too fell in strip and they're very emotional. All right, these, like I said, these bodies change over time, man, and people, their understanding, their whole mood changes. All right, and verse 28, remember that thou was begotten of them, and how canst thou recompense them the things that they have done thee? All right, so you can't, and that's one of the main things too. If you're helping them, all right, you cannot sit here and say, "Well, I did this or I did that for you." All right, because ultimately, there's no way that you can repay them. All right, they brought you into this world. They've been a vessel for you to come into this world, and they've raised you up. Especially if they were like really good parents. All right, and they've spent time and effort and money and wiped your behind and wiped your face. All right, and you feel like you when you do a little something, you've done so much for them. No, it don't work like that. All right, it clearly says you cannot recompense them nothing. All right, that is why they're your mother and father. All right, and speaking on that, I was listening conversation with a heathen, Elamite, and we were all talking, and I was just listening to him talk to another Edomite about how they don't they're not with because I think they go back from time to time. They go back home because you see this in even in Hamitic cultures, along with other heathen cultures. They don't put their people into nursing homes. All right, they normally let the parents live with them. All right, and they take care of them in their old age as a custom. But listening to this guy, he said, no, I'm not with that. I ain't doing that. All right, and it's clearly in this place, Babylon the Great. All right, they make merchandise of everything. All right, because I know growing up in these particular communities, that was not a popular thing of going into like nursing homes. All right, the parents in their old age was taken care of by surrounding family members, and even that's what a community is. All right, a community take cares basically of itself, man. It's somewhat really a real community is pretty much self sufficient outside of too many things pertaining to the government. But you see now they have all these businesses in which home health care, uh, um, um, of course hospice, but not just that, but even just like with the nursing home thing, that was um that was not like a big booming business as it is now. You had certain family members that would take care of their, if they're sick or they're elderly, until they pretty much left the earth. But we living in a time where, like I heard of a song, and this particular song talk about uh, killing the little boy talking about killing his mom and his grandma. This place is clearly demonic, and there's everything. Everything here is just totally um, in direct opposition with the scriptures, which is why this place has to go, man. There's no order or no real empathy, all right, as pertaining to like structure when it pertains to taking care of your own, your elderly or your own people, And a lot of people are not raised like that. So when situations come, they get offended. All right, they love the world more than they love the world more than anything, man. They marvel after or they wonder after this beast, man. All right, but anyway, I know that was a little bit long, but I'm gonna break into a few more scriptures and I'm gonna close this out. And I just typed in taking care of your parents, but I'm gonna just read a few of these. All right, I'm gonna start at the top. 1 Timothy 5:8. But if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for the members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. All right, and that's some. In this particular time, it's fully, unless you got huge finances, you can't take care of all of your family members, but you can time to time you can help out. All right, so it says does not provide for his relatives. Like I said, that was a common thing in the ancient world. All right, a man took care of his household and made sure his relatives were straight if they needed it. This is First Timothy 5:4. But if a widow has children or grandchildren, let them first learn to show godliness to their own household and to make some return to their parents, for this is pleasing in the sight of the Most High. Right, right. Ephesians 6:2. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment with a promise. Proverbs 23:22. Listen to your father who gave you life, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Right. And people, you live in a world, like I said, where people have short patience. All right, and they don't have no patience because, like I said, they pretty much have a love for the world. All right, and these things are clearly commandments, law, statutes, and commandments. Colossians 3:20. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases the Adonai. Exodus 20:12. Honor your father and mother, that your days may be long in the land that the Adonai, your power, is giving you. All right. Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Adonai. And that's another big thing too here. All right, we don't we when we're brought up in these Christian churches in which there's a lot of zeal, but not according to knowledge, and that is the thing right there, in which we won't have to go through this no more once we're out of this place. All right, we won't have to go through that, but that is a main component as to why a lot of people are not uh, willing to take care of the elderly or the sick or their aging parents because they were not brought up in the customs and the ways of their forefathers, which is a common thing. I said, even amongst us, and even in some of these wicked other nations. All right, so I really wasn't trying to even make it that long, but I pray that this lesson was edifying to somebody, comforting and exhorting. All right, and with that, I would like to say shalom.